You know, people always say working out makes you feel good, makes you feel better. If you're low, if your spirit's low, go get your heart pumping, increase your heart rate. I've even said it in my videos before, and I definitely agree with it, for sure. But I want to give an example of if you're actually in a low mood at the time, where you're feeling down, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do much, because I felt like that today, and I'm not even sure why. There's probably a few different things, but I got up today, I didn't feel like I wanted to work out, my body felt weak, but because I'm in my routine, it's quite easy for me to still just go and get it done. And I will say, now that I'm working out, do I feel much better? No. Do I feel like, oh yes, this cured the problem that I had before I started the workout? No. But would I still recommend trying to stay disciplined and going on a workout when you feel in that mood? I would say yes. But the reason why I explained it in that way, first, like explaining to you how my mood was low and that this workout hasn't picked me up that much, is because I don't want people to feel disheartened if they do go for a workout to pick up their mood and they don't feel lifted up. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. It won't always lift up your mood to the degree that you're hoping it will. But as I say, I still recommend doing it. And that is because if I did decide to, say, lay in my bed, to not get up and do the workout, number one, all that's doing is making it more likely for me to give in next time I want to work out, to say I'm not going to do it. I'm building up that muscle of giving in, of giving up. I don't want to get used to that. I don't want to get used to feeling like I don't want to do something and then actually not doing it, because all that's a slippery slope, innit? All it's going to lead to is me deciding to do that more and more. I've normalized it, I've got more comfortable doing that. But the second reason why I still recommend going in that workout is because, let's say my mood was on a 4 out of 10, yeah? Cool. If I stayed in my bed, I can guarantee you it's not going to become even a 5 out of 10, let alone 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah? So, if you feel like that, just remember, if you're deciding, no, I'm not going to go do my workout, not carry on doing what I've been keeping up doing, just remember, that is pretty much the only hope you've got to increase that number. And going down to a 2 from, say, a 4, by staying in your bed, by deciding not to do your shit, by deciding to start doing negative things because your brain's going to go to the negative, all that's going to do is make it harder for you to be on a 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the goal. The goal ain't to be at a 4, the goal ain't to be at a 2. But I've realised, man, the way you feel is so misleading, because the way you feel in those moments, everything tells you, stay in your bed, go eat that bad food, forget your good habits. Everything in your mind, your spirit is telling you to go towards that, but it's misleading you. It's not correct. It feels correct. It feels like the right thing to do. And it feels like you've got a great excuse, the perfect excuse. You feel justified in doing it, but you're not. And all it's gonna do is make things worse. I'm not telling you don't allow yourself, give yourself some grace when really hard things happen. That's not what I'm saying. You know, I'm not even qualified to give that type of advice to people anyway. I'm just giving my perspective and saying how things work for me, innit? And I know for me, in the long term, even if today me going for this run took me from a 4 and kept me at a 4, or pushed me to just a 5, I know at least I'm not down to a 3, at least I'm not down to a 2. And in the long run, because I've tried to keep my mood as high as possible, I'm probably later on now gonna continue doing my stuff as opposed to not doing my stuff. And in the long term, I'm now better off for it. Because say in 2 weeks time, let's say that trajectory carried on, it would have been going down. I would have been 2 weeks from now, down there. But now, I'll be 2 weeks from here and be on the incline. Yeah. And also, if you're on a workout when you feel in that way, don't feel guilty if you're not at your maximum effort, if you're at your maximum ability that you know you're normally able to do. You're able to push, you're not able to push as much weight, you're not able to run as fast, you're not able to cover the same amount of distance. Because right now I'm jogging and I know I'm not jogging as fast as I normally jog, but it's important to still get out there and continue, because just remember, even if you're doing a workout, you're not putting yourself as much under stress. At the end of the day, you're still doing more than the average person is doing. You should still be proud of what you're doing. Most people are not out working out right now when you're working out. Even if you're just doing a walk, you're doing more than the average person. So you've got to give yourself credit for that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be unrealistic. I'm not saying don't have standards, but don't crush your self-esteem in moments like this. It's not the time for that. So yeah, I hope that helps somebody listening to this. Yes indeed.